Memo is a dramatic thriller that proves you don't need life or death circumstances to create tension. The film follows a team of filmmakers who learn about a troubling rumor the night before their film is set to premiere at a prestigious film festival. From there, the film explores humanity, ethics, morality, and what happens when doing the right thing could come with real consequences. What immediately stands out is how simple the film keeps everything. The majority of the story takes place in essentially one location, allowing the characters and the tension between them to do most of the legwork. Now, the film opens with an interview sequence that is tight, crisp, and emotionally revealing. What initially feels like standard questions about filmmaking slowly begins to reveal the resentment and tension bottled up between these characters. And that's where the film works best. The cinematography is consistently tight and emotionally driven. Every frame feels intentional. As the film progresses, the shots become increasingly compressed, visually trapping these characters as the situation becomes more complicated. There are only a handful of moments where the background really opens up, and those moments almost feel like breathing room. There is also no traditional score pushing you towards a particular emotion, and surprisingly, you don't miss it. The emptiness makes everything feel more real and grounded, allowing the dialogue, performances, and camera work to build the tension instead of the score. The strongest performance comes from James. Despite having less screen time than the other main characters, he somehow feels like the most complete. There is charismatic charm that can be turned on and off instantly, while the others' versions of his characters always just sitting underneath the surface. Where the film struggles is with the script. There are these flaws and complex characters, but they never feel completely developed. The film gives enough information to understand their decisions on the surface level, but once you start thinking about those decisions afterwards, some of the logic begins to fall apart. That becomes especially noticeable with the ending. The film wants to arrive at this righteous conclusion, but it doesn't completely confront the larger reality of what the decision would mean. Decisions have consequences, and sometimes righteousness requires sacrifice. The film doesn't dig deeply enough into that sacrifice. Still, this is a well-crafted dramatic thriller with a clear vision. It uses its limited settings to its advantage, has excellent cinematography, strong performances, and maintains a steady pace throughout. It's engaging while you're watching it. The problem is that once the credits roll and you start thinking about everything that happened, some of that luster slowly begins to fade. For my full written review, check out 4timefilmschooldropout.com.